Was just live and something happened to my computer, so it decided to restart. Anyway, here I am. Let me see if I have the right. What mic is it using? Ah, yes. Okay, good. And then I want to see the comments. Yes. Great. We're in business. So say hi if you can see me. I'm now in my kitchen. And I wanted to talk with you guys about transparency. What does that even mean and why is it important? I hear a lot of people talk about you should be transparent. Why? What does it mean? What should you be transparent about? Why is it important? Because as much as we talk about everything should be transparent, does that mean that you should be talking about anything and everything? Yes and no. The first important thing that I want you to realize is that your customers, your clients, don't just buy your product. They actually buy you. They buy you as a person because the solution that you provide, we can buy that anywhere. We don't have to have you in order to have our problems solved, right? We can go anywhere. Just Google things and we'll find thousands of solutions for our problems. We are living in a day and age, especially when it comes to services. We can get everything basically for free or for almost nothing on the internet. So people do business with you because of who you are, because of the connection that you make with them, because they're allowed to actually touch you, and because they want what you have and they want to feel your energy. So if you don't connect with them, then they won't really get what they were looking for. And that means that you have to have transparency. But it also means that they want to see things from you that you don't think as important. Now, I've been a business owner now for 22 years. Now, one of the things I thought for the first 15 years was people are not interested who I am. They're interested in what I do for them. And yeah, that's true. If you don't provide a solution to their problem, they're probably not interested. But it's not just about that. People also want something that we often negate, that we often think, oh, well, yeah, but that's just the thing that comes with me. I'm sorry about that. Well, you know what? No, nobody's interested in that. But actually, people are interested in you as a human being. We want to know who you are. We want to know that you exist. We want to know that you're real. We want to know that you're human. And if we're trying to hide that behind a kind of a veil of professionalism, then that doesn't feel good. We want to know that you are an actual person. Now, I'll give you an example. When I started as a coach, so I've been in business for 22 years, but I wasn't always a business coach and I wasn't always a trauma therapist. I started out as a shipbuilding engineer. So I designed ships, more specifically offshore kinds of vessels. And I was a consultant in huge innovation projects in shipbuilding. And I love that. I still love ships. I love wooden boats. I love sailing. So that was a very inspiring environment for me. But gradually I discovered that I was way more interested in people and why they were not working from their heart than the actual content of the projects, which is why I started to study people, which is how I became a trauma therapist. Not because I wanted to practice, but just because the people part of what I did was way more appealing to me. And then at a certain point, I started coaching. And what would happen is that I would really coach somebody on a great level, and I realized that and I knew that. But I got very self-conscious and I got the feeling of, oh, those poor people, it's not very professional. I coach them in a setting like you see now, a kitchen table, just my home. And I felt very self-conscious about that. I felt, well, a real coach would have an office. These people were CEOs, managers of huge companies. And I felt that I had to be more professional in order to grow my practice. So I was blaming myself, punishing myself, all those things, thinking, well, I don't have it together yet. So it was kind of saying, I'm sorry you have to deal with me. I'll make it up by giving more, by being a better coach. And then at a certain point, I realized that was costing me a lot of energy. And somebody asked me, what are people actually getting from you? And I came up with a whole story about what I was doing for them, how I was helping them with their problems. But they said, yeah, but why you? And I realized I didn't really know that. And I almost quit my coaching business because I didn't feel that you needed me as a person. I felt you needed what I did for you. And that was, by the way, what all the business coaches were telling me, right? Nobody's there for you. They're only there for your business or for what you do. So I said, you know what? If I really want to be a good coach, then what I need to do is ask them. So I started to call about 35 clients that I had had before. And I asked them, hey, you know what? I know that what I did brought you results. I know that. But why did you want me? Now, what you need to know here is that I coached at my kitchen table. I had 2 small children at the time, and there were always toys scattered around the house everywhere. And I was always doing my best to clean that up, to make the mess disappear. And then when there was a client, I felt like, okay, this is kind of good enough, but I was always apologizing for all the mess. And then when I called them and asked, why did you choose me as your coach? What was it that I taught you? The thing they said was, well, what I learned from you is that I don't have to be perfect and that I can just play with life and that everything can be a mess and that I can still just stand on 2 feet and not care about anything. That is the last thing I was trying to teach them. If anything, I was trying to hide that aspect. Yeah, sure, I play with life. I don't take anything seriously in life, but I thought that was my biggest flaw. And now over 30 people were telling me that they were actually paying me for that. Now that's interesting, right? So when I talk about being transparent, what I mean is exactly that. Show who you are. Show your flaws. Show that you didn't do your hair and you have no makeup and you're in your kitchen with the weird sunlight. That's okay. People want to know who you are and not just what you eat for breakfast. They want to know how you think. They want to know what your beliefs are. They want to know, for instance, that I'm now looking for a puppy. And I've had a dog, but my family hasn't. We have 4 cats. We have a whole debate in this house whether or not we should actually buy a dog. I love dogs. My daughter is a little bit afraid. My husband doesn't want to be tied to the home all the time. And we're having this whole debate around, okay, shall we do it or not? I think we should. And usually I get my way in this home, which is also something that my clients want to know. And my kids actually got really angry and they said, well, if you decided you want a dog, then there will be a dog, which is usually how it happens. On the other hand, I don't want to control everything in this home, so I really want to hear their opinion as well. I could be very persuasive, but I don't want to be the person putting all the pressure on other people. I want to see if we can make it happen. So we have all these debates around it, and now I'm looking for a place where we could actually go to puppies and see them and see with my daughter if she would actually like them or still be afraid of them. So we're figuring this whole thing out, and my clients actually like to hear about that. They actually like to hear that I struggle sometimes with the fact that when I say something, it happens. Yeah, that's a great thing. Yeah, that's a great skill. Yeah, that's what I teach to people. But sometimes my family doesn't always like that I always get my way. And I get that. I want them to get their way as well. I want to also be a nice person to live with. And I think I am. I think I'm really sweet. But I don't want my family to not have a voice or an opinion here. And that is something that we talk about a lot and that we struggle with sometimes. So all these things are things that your clients want to hear. I have very, very strong beliefs about life. I believe that you can do anything in life. Anything. I believe you can start over an entire new life every week if you wanted to. I started over in my business 14 times. And 4 times I started over in life completely, like with a clean slate. I don't care if things go wrong. Absolutely not. If anything, I see that as an opportunity. I don't care if my clients see things go wrong, because if anything, that's feedback through which we can improve again. If we mess up, I'm the first person to apologize and to start really asking questions and say, okay, what happened? How did that make you feel? I don't say, oh, I'm so sorry that happened, and then I disappear and I fix it. No, I'm the first person, if I messed up, to call somebody and say, wow, I messed up. Very sorry. Can I ask you a few questions? And then I want to know exactly what happened, how that makes somebody feel, why, what was going on for them. What did they really need, so that we can improve, because I'm a strong believer in that life is created step by step. I cannot oversee everything. I cannot know what we're building, and I don't know what my clients need. I build my business in interaction with them. That is what I teach people in the Business Miracles Academy. We have so many people who say, I want to build my business and I want it to look professional. But in my opinion, professional means that you do it together with your clients and you listen to them. And you don't just listen to what they need and then you go back in hiding behind closed doors trying to build it, trying to deliver it perfectly. What I believe is that you have this constant dialogue in which you constantly improve, constantly reconnect with them, constantly know and listen. What do they need? Why do they need it? What does that mean? What are they looking for? Did you really hear what they were asking for? How can you improve? Now, of course, in certain programs, people want things that they don't get, but that can always happen. But always listen in that connection. Always listen to their needs, because life develops step by step. It develops by you putting one foot in front of the other, seeing the effect of that, and doing it over again. We never know what will be in the future because we're putting something in the future, and life will respond to that. And through that response, we'll take another step, and then we'll get a new response. That is, in that dance, that is what makes life beautiful. And that's also what makes your business beautiful. And that's also what makes it beautiful for you, because that's how you learn. I'm a strong believer that business isn't just something where you help your clients and in the meantime, behind closed doors, you live your life. I believe that that is part of who you are. That's part of your life. You're here with a mission, and your business is just a vehicle through which you fulfill a huge part of that mission. So then, with every step of the way, you put out your energy into the world, and the world comes back. And through that, you grow. So your business is one of the most powerful personal growth tools you could possibly imagine. And if you start treating your business in a way that it is actually a tool for you to grow your person, your space, grow yourself in taking up that space that you were meant to take up as a full human being, failures, flaws, everything inside of it. And that is also what your clients want to hear from you. They want to see you grow. They want to see you develop. They want to help you get there. That means full transparency about what happens. Now, it also means being transparent about where you have boundaries. You won't hear me talk about my sex life all that much on the internet. That's a private matter to me. Might not always stay that way, but up to now it has been. And there's certain parts of it that I will be fully transparent about, but certain parts that I'm not. What I do in the bedroom with my husband is my thing. I don't share a lot about that. I have other kinds of boundaries, and that's fine. So it doesn't mean that you're not allowed to have boundaries. It means that you have to be transparent about what those boundaries are. And you have to be human about who you are, how you do business, and about what you love, what you like. I'm vegan. I talk about that. And sometimes, occasionally, when I'm with friends, I will eat a little piece of meat because they cooked it with love, and I'm not against eating meat. It's just that I don't want to eat it all that often, and I'm very specific about the types of meat. So all these beliefs, all these things, the whole way you are, what makes you tick, your beliefs, that is what we want to hear. And if you don't do that, then you don't allow your clients to connect with you. Because that is what makes you unique. That's what makes your business unique. That is why we do business with you. So if you're not willing to be a person, a human being, then your clients might buy the thing you sell, but they won't care as much about the thing they buy. They won't care as much about you, and there won't be that personal relationship. Now, today, in this world that we live in, I believe that that is where your biggest benefit and your biggest potential is. It's in the way you connect, in the way we can feel that connection. We can buy stuff everywhere. We don't need more stuff. We need more connection. We need to feel allowed to take up more space. We need to feel that it's okay to feel great about who we are. And you showing that you feel great about all your flaws and all your little quirks, that gives us permission. That is what we need. That is what we need from you. So I hope you show up, and I hope you comment below on this video what resonates with you, who you are. Just quote one of your quirks in the comments. And if you want to build a business from that, from a solid foundation in who you are as a human being and what you came to do on this planet as a soul, then the Business Miracles Academy might just be the thing that you would really, really love. Let me find the link to it so that, yeah, here's the link to, let me quickly, yes, here we are. I will post the link to the application in the comment so that if you think that might be for you, oh, I can't comment here. Okay, I'll find it. I will put it in the comments because if you are serious about your business and serious about making impact, you cannot miss this piece. You just can't. So I will comment below this video how you can apply for the Business Miracles Academy. Applications are open now, but the doors close in exactly 1 week. So April 6th, you can't enter anymore, and then we'll open again, I think, after the summer, somewhere like that. So apply now because we always change the prices every round. And this is a beautiful, beautiful time to be thinking about who you are, about transparency. With the war going on, with the pandemic going on, there is so much questions that we have. There are so many things we need to think about, we need to talk about, so many things that we need from you. And we need you, we need your voice, we need you to be transparent. Because if the only people that are transparent are certain leaders right now who start wars and who complain, that's a huge problem. It really is. We need an army of people just like you. We're just human who are willing to be that, to show up as that, to actually build a business around that. That is where the world is craving for. We're craving for more of you. So if you want to know how to do that, how to feel confident about that, not how to build a marketing strategy so that you can make a lot of money, but by feeling the freedom that you're bringing in this world so that it will flow and that money will start flowing back to you, so that you just create success because you are a beautiful person, then that means that this is for you. So if that's the case, I can't wait to see your application and I can't wait to start to talk to you. Please remember this. The world is absolutely craving you. Hey, Svetlana, oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope I speak to you soon. And I hope you just show more of you. So thank you so much. And let's meet real soon. Bye-bye.